Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. We have a major blizzard raging across the plains, Kansas into Missouri. Significant ice storm going from Missouri, southern Missouri, all the way over towards Kentucky as well. This, like I said, this system is throwing the whole kitchen sink at us. We have significant severe weather down here towards Louisiana into Mississippi as well. Possibility of some strong tornadoes today as well. We're going to go over all the rest of the details and then look at a sneak peek look at later this week. There could be another system coming up which could deliver some accumulating snows all the way down into Texas, the Dallas Fort Worth area, coming up all the way through Arkansas, possibly up into Tennessee and Mississippi as well. Models are not handling that system too well yet because of the phasing of the northern stream energy. It's kind of losing it. So we have to stay on top of that. But first, if you're just now joining us, please click that like button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube as well. It's like following a page on Facebook. Just hit that subscribe button and then push all for notifications. So we'll notify you every time we go live over on YouTube. All right, let's get right into the latest details. All right, look at this traffic camera up in St. Joseph, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. Let me get this off here. This is basically on a pole, and the Sonic sign here, it's almost white out conditions. And you see there's a police car in the distance out here as well, but you can't see anything. Blizzard conditions, basically almost white out conditions up in parts of Kansas City, St. Joseph, Missouri, all the way over towards Kansas as well. So travel is not advised obviously, but this is very, very heavy snow that's coming down. There's rates coming down at 1 to 2 inches an hour. Plus, there's 35 to 40 mile per hour winds, 45 mile per hour gusts with this. So, like I said, whiteout conditions is certainly possible up through parts of Missouri and through Kansas as well. So you can look at all those traffic cameras on the MoDOT page as well. You can see all these traffic cameras all over the place, all over the state. They're like that probably over in Kansas. There's like that in Arkansas, Illinois as well. But you can see travel conditions, the road conditions, basically the northern 3/4 of the state is very ice covered, snow covered, etc. So it's anywhere in this these kind of dark pinkish shades. All these roads are basically covered with some sort of ice or snow across this area, and there's some roads that have been closed as well. But this is just the MoDOT page. But travel is certainly not advised. And Kansas City is going to make a run, possibly at the highest snow total ever in a 24-hour period, dating back to 1912. So that's the Kansas City can make a run at that today. All I need to do is, I believe, break 14 inches or so, and then they'll break that record. But just absolutely brutal conditions across Kansas into Missouri, and then spreading into Kentucky. So let's take a look at the latest hazards. All right. So as of Sunday afternoon, here's the latest hazards across the United States. Uh, Blizzard warnings for most of central to northeastern parts of Kansas, far southeastern parts of Nebraska, all the way over towards the Kansas City area up to St. Joseph. You just saw that picture out of St. Joseph, Missouri. Absolute whiteout conditions across that area. And some of these counties in far southern Iowa are starting to get dropped with the winter storm warnings because the dry air, like I've been talking about the last few days, this big high pressure coming down is feeding that drier air. So it's kind of like a battle zone of where this snow is going to hit. And some of these places in Iowa have not even seen a flake of snow yet up that way. And some of these advisory areas, and their time is running out. Advisories have been shifted south as well as expected. They're in parts of northern Arkansas, northwest Arkansas now, parts of northeastern Oklahoma, as well as all winter weather advisories, possibly up to an inch or two of snow up that way. Flash freeze could be an issue, as well as any wet roads that are left over as this low comes in and brings in that 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, plus dropping the temperatures very rapidly, could create some very icy roads as we go into later this afternoon into tonight. The rest of these brown colors are wind advisories all the way down through the south. And then in the yellow here, there's tornado watches out for parts of southeastern Arkansas and through parts of Louisiana into Mississippi. And there's going to be some strong tornadoes possible as well down that way. So this basically the whole kitchen sink is being thrown at us with this ice storm as well up here in this purple area in south central Missouri, all the way through southern Illinois into parts of Kentucky. We have winter storm warnings all the way to the East Coast, all of West Virginia, parts of Virginia, and into Maryland and Delaware, even into New Jersey with this storm system. All right, we're going to get into the severe weather side here in just a minute, but I just came upon this mesoscale discussion about winter mixed precipitation across parts of Kentucky here, Louisville down to Lexington, down towards Pikeville, Hazard, Campbellsville almost, Elizabethtown. Heavy snow, very heavy snow will transition to sleet and freezing rain throughout the afternoon, because as this warm nose comes in, it'll start warming up. Basically, the Arctic air will sit at the surface, and then basically 2,000 to 3,000 feet above your head, it'll warm way above freezing, and then that's when you start getting sleet and freezing rain through the column there, and freezing on contact on the surface. But very heavy snow is ongoing through this area right now. but it will transition as we go throughout the afternoon. That's why there's a mesoscale discussion up because a lot of this precipitation is going to be very heavy at times out this way. All right, let's talk about the severe weather side here. There's an enhanced risk of severe weather for Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Alexandria, Greenville, Mississippi, up towards Vicksburg as well. In the yellow here, slight risk, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Beaumont, Texas, Lake Charles, Port Arthur, and then the darker greens here, including Houston, which is marginal risk, Houston, to Memphis, Tennessee, New Orleans, Birmingham, Montgomery as well. A significant severe weather is possible, especially in these enhanced risk areas. Let's take a look at the tornado outlook, which some of it could be very significant, strong tornadoes at that. All right, strong tornadoes are possible in this hatched area here, basically from Jackson to Monroe, Louisiana, Alexandria, Greenville, Mississippi to Vicksburg. Anywhere in this hatched area, you got a 10 to 14% likelihood of a probability of a tornado within 25 miles at any given point. And in the hatched area, like I said, that hatched yellow area, significant tornadoes could be possible, EF2 or greater in intensity across this area. Now, outside of that, in the brown, 5 to 9% probability of a tornado as well. And in the green, you have about a 2 to 4% probability of a tornado. All right, we're going to focus our attention down south first to go over the severe weather. This is future radar. This is as of 3 o'clock this afternoon. Big line of storms possibly coming through Monroe, all the way down towards Beaumont, Texas, just southwest or southeast of Houston, all the way up through Memphis as well. Straight line winds could be possible. Like I said, if you get some storms out ahead of this line, that's when you're going to start getting some tornado issues with this big storm system coming through. So here's 5 o'clock tonight. Big line of storms pressing east of Memphis through east of Monroe, heading towards Jackson, Mississippi. As we go towards 7 o'clock tonight, line is basically from Florence, Alabama, towards Tupelo, Jackson, basically coming down towards Baton Rouge as well. And then this will get out of here as we head throughout the night. And then we got to start talking about the snow probabilities. Let's take a look at that really quick. All right, so basically, this is what we're dealing with right now. Very heavy snows up here, parts of Kansas, Kansas City, whiteout conditions, blizzard conditions. I-70 is just an absolute mess from Kansas all the way through Kansas City to St. Louis is absolute garbage of the roads. Now, southern Missouri transitioning from freezing rain to rain temporarily, and then as this low pressure, this upper level low starts focusing more on northwest Arkansas. This rain will change over pretty quickly to probably freezing rain, sleet to possibly some heavy snow bands, getting into parts of north to eastern Oklahoma as we go towards the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, maybe 5 o'clock hour as well. And possibly getting a change over here in Springfield, northwest Arkansas. Could be getting some snow or mixed precipitation by 5 o'clock this evening. And then this starts heading east. And then by 8 o'clock tonight, you'll be dealing with a mixed precipitation changing over to snow across north central Arkansas. Very heavy snow on the back side of this, where this transition zone goes from rain to freezing rain, sleet, and snow. There's going to be a very heavy, narrow band of snow that'll drop down some quick accumulations across this area. You can see by 9 o'clock tonight, Mountain Home up to Gainesville, to Rolla, some light to moderate snow at times. You see some snow lingering, flurries, some light snow showers down here in parts of east central Oklahoma. As we go throughout the night, it kind of dissipates, but very, very windy behind this, 30, 35, 40 mile per hour gusts. And I cannot rule out some changeover in Memphis to northern parts of Mississippi as we go to early tomorrow morning. And it's going to be very brief, though. You see there could be some snow showers, some flurries lingering around as we go towards 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning around Memphis through maybe 7 o'clock, heading towards Nashville. Louisville to Charleston, Stockton with the freezing rain. It will change over to snow eventually, but very, very nasty conditions coming through the area. And if you're lucky, according to this model, the HRRR, you may get a flurry or two around Birmingham, Huntsville. That's remains to be seen this time, but I cannot rule it out with this dynamic system coming through. Could happen. All right, so get up to here towards Kentucky as we go towards noon tomorrow. Very heavy snows that finally switched over, and then this is transitioning east, and then Washington up here towards Baltimore, New Jersey towards the coast here. Very heavy snow switched over, and then that's basically going to get out of here. There is going to be some snow showers left around, even as we go towards tomorrow night. There could be some snow showers still around parts of the South, maybe Memphis to Nashville to up here towards Charleston, West Virginia as well. So there's that, and then we have another system that's starting to come down. This is the next big player. This is just a piece of energy that's coming down. This will be towards Wednesday. It's going to meet up with a big upper level low. That's over the Baja right now, and hopefully if those two combined, we're going to have a big snowy mess across, basically centering around Dallas, heading up I-30 to Little Rock, possibly Memphis, as far south as possibly the I-20 corridor, up here towards Mississippi, Tennessee. There is a southern solution on the UK Met now, taking a lot of this towards the south, even including Atlanta and Birmingham, so we can't rule it out yet. But let me give you a pretty sneak peek at that. Let me go over accumulations really quick because I haven't changed anything from yesterday. All right, let's go over ice totals. This is not on top of whatever you have. This is absolute totals throughout the whole event. In the pink here, kind of know where your county's at in your town, stuff like that, and on the map here. So glaze to a 1/10 plus in the light pink. In the darker pink here, a 1/10 of an inch to 3/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit higher in the darker pink, and then the purples here, 3/10 of an inch to possibly as high as 3/4 of an inch in isolated locations in this darker purple here as well. Let's take a look at snow accumulations really quick. All right, here's snow accumulations. Like I said, I can't rule out a dusting to an inch in this lighter blue here across parts of northeastern Oklahoma, through parts of northern Arkansas, into parts of Tennessee, even through Nashville. Then the darker blues here, 1 to 3s, including basically a Joplin to Springfield over towards Carbondale, or just south of Carbondale, Paducah, Kentucky, Bowling Green, and then darker blues here just north of there, just south of Kansas City, right around St. Louis, southern suburbs, St. Louis, 3 to 7 plus inches possible. And then just north of there, basically I-70 from Kansas City to the St. Louis area, westward over towards Kansas as well, 7 to 14 plus with blizzard-like conditions. And you saw that picture earlier, which is basically almost a whiteout just north of Kansas City as we go forward. So, all right, let's take a look briefly at next week's system here. All right, here is the latest European model. You can see on the screen that this is the low pressure that's coming through the area today into tomorrow. And then as we get towards the end of the week, you see this, there's, like I said, the northern stream system coming down out of Canada, basically coming right down through the Rockies, and it's going to meet up with another piece of energy off the Baja of California here, and then start developing a low pressure basically out here towards the Gulf of Mexico. And they're going to have some overriding precipitation here as well, with very heavy snows breaking out possibly into parts of Texas, and then riding north towards Arkansas, into Tennessee, into Kentucky, into parts of Mississippi and Alabama next week. Like I said, this is not set in stone yet. There's going to be lots of changes over the next few days. You can follow us over on Facebook as well, and we'll have a lot more over on our supporter hub on Facebook if you'd like to join over there as well. Stay safe, everyone. Up here towards Kansas into basically from Kansas all the way to the East Coast over towards New Jersey, and then very heavy rain, severe weather down here towards Louisiana and Mississippi today. Have a great rest of your day.